I don't think it's ever going to be, you know, if Mighty Boss Tones write a song like the impression that I get and it's that great, then it just goes around the world and it's a hit everywhere, and then on the internet people go, oh, Ska's going to be big again. It's like, well no, they've just written an amazing, great song, and then you do The Rascal King and you bring out that single and people go, oh, it's not as good a song, so people don't buy it. It's like, and every time people talk about big ska revival, I don't think it's necessarily going to be people in suits dancing around and sort of with pork pie hats, which is great, you know, but I don't think that, I don't care. It's like in the mainstream, if I go to a gig and there's 150 people there skanking, I don't care if it's on Top of the Pops or not, or on TV or MTV. It's like, that's the ideal forum for that.
I saw them in '93 at the Academy, and Bim Scala Bim, Slackers, Skinner Box. I think that was the show. It blew my mind, man. It was great. I said I want to do that. Here we are, 7 years later.
You get a certain number of people who write songs that touch folks, and then you get a lot of people who might have been a heavy metal band 3 weeks ago and suddenly start playing in the offbeat and pretending they're a ska band.
Oh, because it's an easy genre to, you know, oh, I got 15 friends that all play horn in a marching band, well, let's start a ska band. You know, and I think that that's sort of reached a level of, you know, it's stagnant. There's nothing, no one trying to do anything interesting with it.
So many people were into it, and like every other person had a ska band, and then it stopped, you know, the Fall of the Moon. I think a lot of bands folded after that.
We formed at about the death of like the big ska boom that happened, and it's been sort of steadily climbing. I don't think it's ever going to reach the, you know, the peak that it was at when all these bands were on the radio. I don't think it'll ever completely fade out, but I think it's sort of destined to remain an underground genre, you know, that's there for the people that really care about it, which is sort of, you know, what drew us to the scene in general. Is it's a very tight-knit scene, you know, because there's not too many of the bands like that. So bands are more willing to help you out, book a show for you if you're coming through and never heard of you. So I don't think in that regard that spirit will ever truly die. But as far as like a huge popularity thing, I think it's definitely not going to go back.
That's how it's going to work. People just making modern music that's relevant to kids with lyrics and an image that says something to kids, and if Ska's in there and that helps them do it, all it is a piece of the picture. It's not the be all and end all. So big up to all the people that, you know, love the two-tone sound and, you know, and all that, but, you know, that's just what it is. It's something that happened and you want to keep the dream alive. I don't think that it's necessarily going to make any difference now in terms of the charts and music, so, and I don't think it needs to.
Some of the people think that Ska's dead.
Oh, fuck them. It comes in waves. It comes in waves, and it comes in social and political times pretty often. It usually comes at times when there's a lot of anger in the air, there's a lot of protest in the air, but people don't want to be negative because life's too hard. So you want to be able to express that exuberance and that sense of protest in a spirit that is upful, because life is tragic, but because life is beautiful. And even if the world's going to end in the next couple of weeks, well, then that's all the more reason to make it count right now. So usually I think they look back in historical terms like Nostradamus or something. Every time ska happens is when there's like really great social movements going on, like there is right now. Go Obama.
1, 2! Your girlfriend's sweet and little 17. She's got the lead head and the flare jeans. You know
this is our first time in New York City. We are celebrating. We're in a town called Manchester in England.
Aston Villa. There is anyone from the Villa.
Yo, Bob Taryn in NYC for one night. Somebody's going home pregnant.
Thank you guys for staying. The new hot ska jams right here.
Tri-State Conspiracy. MySpace.com. Tri-State Conspiracy.